What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and I'm incredibly excited because the Bild newspaper is reporting, and specifically Christian Falk, the very reliable journalist who is a Bundesliga expert, is reporting that Jurgen Klopp approved Thiago Alcantara as a signing to Liverpool's owners and to the Liverpool board and the transfer committee, as Liverpool actually agreed terms with Thiago Alcantara, and now we just need to agree a transfer fee with Bayern Munich, and officially the negotiations have begun. So in this video we will talk all the details about that, but let me know what do you think in the comments below, and like the video if you are excited about this news, and subscribe if you haven't already so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer news updates on this channel. So Thiago Alcantara, we already know, has rejected a contract extension at Bayern Munich. He's 29 years old and he's very keen to join Liverpool. He already put up his house for sale. The Bild has reported that real estate agents are already trying to sell Thiago Alcantara's house in Germany, so it's pretty certain that he's leaving Bayern Munich. And even the Bayern CEO personally said that Bayern Munich will sell Thiago because they don't want to lose him on a free transfer. Liverpool absolutely want to get him, and Bayern Munich are willing to sell because they tried to agree a 4-year deal with Thiago. I mean, they only probably offered him 3-year contract. Thiago wanted 4 years, so the contract negotiations have fell through, and Jurgen Klopp actually approved this transfer at the Liverpool meeting where Liverpool discussed who should we target. And yes, Thiago doesn't necessarily fit the profile that is usually the FSG typical signing, which is like 24, 25 years old, just about to hit his prime. But Thiago Alcantara as a midfielder is absolutely world class, and why not pay a little bit of a premium for world class talent when Liverpool are on top? And that's when you need to strengthen even more so your rivals don't catch up with you. So Bayern Munich are determined to sell Thiago closer to their valuation, which is around 35 million, and Liverpool value Thiago at around 25 million. So I think a 30 million compromise could be reached in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully then Liverpool will officially announce the Thiago Alcantara transfer. So according to the Bild article, Liverpool are ready to step up their chase. We already began negotiations with Bayern Munich after we already agreed personal terms with Thiago. And yes, Liverpool haven't matched that 35 million price tag that Bayern Munich are looking for, and the Bild article is actually reporting that Liverpool are only willing to pay around 25 million pounds. Thiago was part of the squad that won the German double, the Bundesliga and the German Cup this summer, and he is keen to move on after winning the league in each of his 7 seasons in Bavaria, plus he also won 4 cups as well. The focus for Liverpool will now be on securing more favorable terms with Bayern Munich and overcoming the final obstacle to the move. Since joining the club Bayern Munich from Barcelona in 2013 when Pep Guardiola took charge, Thiago had several injuries, but nonetheless he enjoyed a lot of success at Bayern Munich. He has managed 231 games and also 31 goals on the way to an impressive haul of trophies and accolades. Jurgen Klopp has approved Liverpool's plans to sign the 29-year-old Spanish deep-lying playmaker who can play as an attacking midfielder, but he can also play as a deep-lying playmaker. He is very similar to Jorginho Wijnaldum in his skill set, but maybe a little bit more creative. And there has also been 2 goals in 37 international caps for Spain. And you have to admire Thiago. To get into this Spain side is not easy. So him playing 37 games is actually very impressive. Bayern Munich manager Hansi Flick is still hopeful that Thiago will remain at Bayern Munich. That's how highly the Bayern manager rates Thiago, and this is what he said: The thing is, I always have hope. I'm actually always very positive about things. I also know, of course, that when you are at a center range and you have already played in the Spanish league with Barcelona like Thiago and in the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich, you feel the need to experience another big league. That is quite normal and that is also human. I'm trying my best to make sure Thiago stays here and that you can convince him to stay, but that's one thing that time will show. We still have the Champions League ahead of us now, and we have a lot of plans together with him. So yeah, Bayern Munich still are going for the Champions League trophy. On the other hand, Liverpool will have an off-season where they will just reassess what is needed to be done to get Liverpool primed and ready for the start of next season, which will come sooner, you know, because the summer will not be like a 2-month break. It will probably be like a 3-week, maximum 1-month break. And I think Liverpool need actually at least one big signing just to freshen things up, just to give the whole squad a big boost. And the Liverpool fan base doesn't need a big boost because winning the Premier League title is already the biggest boost that we needed. But I think Thiago Alcantara would actually improve Liverpool, because you could see against Burnley, against Arsenal, where Liverpool really struggled this season is when the teams which were just you know, nullifying the Liverpool attackers a little bit. We just needed a little bit more creativity from the midfield, and I think Thiago will improve that. It will improve Liverpool in that department. So Bayern Munich already spent big on Leroy Sané. They spent like 54 million pounds on Leroy Sané, something like that. So they want to bring in additional cash, so they don't have a big deficit at the end of the summer transfer window. So they are willing to sell Thiago. They just don't want to lose him on a free transfer. And if there is one man who can negotiate the price down, it's Michael Edwards, the master negotiator at Liverpool. He absolutely made incredible deals happen at Liverpool since he has been at the club. So I have full confidence in him that he can negotiate with the board, the Bayern board actually, and the Bayern, you know, hierarchy, and just bring the price down just a little bit. I mean, Thiago, it's very clear he wants to move to Liverpool. So I think Liverpool should say to Bayern Munich, why not just accept 30 million for Thiago? It's either 30 million or Thiago stays at your club and then you lose him for nothing next season. And Christian Falk tweeted this out. Builds a story. Jurgen Klopp has informed the board of Liverpool FC that he wants Thiago for the upcoming season. Oh wow, that is absolutely brilliant news. I'm really happy with that. And also a certain Liverpool fan agrees with me. He said this: if Thiago makes it clear to Bayern Munich that either he signs for Liverpool or he sits out the remainder of his contract and then leaves on a Bosman free transfer, then Liverpool should hold out until Bayern Munich give in. They won't want to lose Thiago for nothing, especially because Bayern Munich want to be active on the transfer market. They want to sign more players and they need to get as much money in as possible. But of course, Liverpool want to be cautious in this financial crisis. We don't want to overpay. So maybe the 35 million that Bayern Munich are asking for is a little bit too much. So Liverpool will negotiate that down a little bit. And then hopefully we can get Thiago for maybe like 20-25 million. The only thing that concerns me is that Jurgen Klopp told the Liverpool board that he wants Timo Werner as well, but the Liverpool board basically said we are not spending 50 million pounds plus like 250k weekly wages on Timo Werner in these uncertain financial times. But I think Thiago is a lot cheaper, and Liverpool might actually need Thiago more than Timo Werner, because Werner wouldn't probably start in Liverpool's front three right now, while Thiago would start in Liverpool's midfield right now. And it's very obvious that Jurgen Klopp wants Thiago Alcantara, and he has recommended him to FSG and the Liverpool board. No way Jurgen Klopp is passing up on such a very special player, and he knows him so well from the Bundesliga, having played against him and having a very close contact still with Dortmund and with other Bundesliga clubs. And he's watching the Bundesliga basically every week, I think, so he knows about all the players. No way that he is passing up on Thiago. And we need more composure, Liverpool, in midfield. FSG need to back Jurgen Klopp, who is the best manager in the world, and not turn him down the second time like they did with Timo Werner, because the Liverpool board might regret that decision. If Liverpool don't sign Thiago and we don't win the title next season, that will be a very bitter pill to swallow, not just for the Liverpool board, but for Jurgen Klopp, for the fans as well. And this relationship that Jurgen Klopp has with the board could turn sour if they turn down every recommendation that he has for players to sign. And the Sport newspaper, which is a Spanish newspaper, is reporting that Thiago Alcantara is very close to signing for Liverpool. The negotiations are at an advanced stage and the deal could be finalized soon, according to this article. From champion to champion, that's the opening line, which I absolutely love. Liverpool don't want to pay 35 million euros for Thiago in one go. So if they can't reduce the price, they will look for other formulas to make the payment, which is like maybe structure it so every year we pay like 10-15 million. So right now we pay like half of that, and maybe next season we play another half of that, and hopefully then Liverpool can figure out a way on how to make things work in these uncertain financial times. And I was so happy to see Shaqiri finally make an appearance against Arsenal after a long time. And various newspapers have reported that Shaqiri is more than likely to exit Liverpool at the end of the season, and it seems Turkish giants Fenerbahce have made the first big move for the winger, offering him a contract worth £35,000 per week. That's according to Fotomak, which is a Turkish newspaper, I think, who make no mention of an agreement being struck with Liverpool as of yet. They just mentioned that Fenerbahce want to sign him. Earlier this year, Daily Mail journalist Dominic King claimed that Liverpool would be willing to let Shaqiri join Newcastle United, for example. So an exit does seem on the cards. Shaqiri missed a lot of football through injury, and it seems like new signing Takumi Minamino is ahead of him in the pecking order, and he has taken his place on the bench basically. So if Shaqiri departs Liverpool, he will leave with a Champions League, a Premier League, a UEFA Super Cup and a Club World Cup medal in his suitcase. You love to see it, man. And I absolutely love Shaqiri. I think he's a great guy, great character. It's a shame that injuries hampered his progression and he couldn't really get a regular starting spot because of that. And Graham Souness, the former Liverpool player who already won the title like 5 times with Liverpool in his career, he actually said this: "We won the league with 5 games to go under Bob Paisley, and we lost 4 games in a row after we were confirmed champions. We said we had to win the last game. We barely scraped a draw actually against Aston Villa on the last day. So it happens. The focus, the intensity, 1 or 2% of it, it's just not there." And I have the statistics in front of me that this was in the 1982-83 season that Liverpool won with 5 games to go, won the league. We got 1 draw and 4 losses. And every time there was a champion with 4 or more games to go, like 90% of the times, the teams struggled to keep up the form. Basically, there was Man United in the 1990-2000 season, which was incredible that they won 4 out of 4 games. But then 1 year later, they won it with 5 games to go, and they could only win 1 out of the last 5 games, and also losing 3 times. And then it was Man United again into 2012-13 season, where they won it with 4 games to go again. And again they could only win 1 game out of the last 4, and getting a 1.25 points per game ratio. And then it was Man City, of course, in the 2017-18 season, where they won it with 4 games to go, and actually they won 3 and drew. Now Liverpool, of course, already played 5 games since being confirmed champions, and we actually won 2 of them and drew 1 and lost 2. But those 2 were against Arsenal and Man City. So we actually have a 1.4 points per average since winning the title. And the last 2 games will be difficult, but I think if Liverpool get like 4 points out of those 2 games, I would be happy with that. I want at least Liverpool to finish on 97 points, but we can still get 99 points, which would sound awesome actually. So I really hope that Liverpool do get that. It would be really special. And a former Liverpool player, Liverpool winger Jermaine Pennant, has been actually pretty furious about Liverpool being on holiday mode after winning the first league title in 30 years. This is what he said: "Look, if Liverpool had got beat, I would have accepted it. Fair enough, we have gone to Arsenal and we lost. But they didn't beat us. We handed it to them on a plate. They had 3 shots on our goal and scored 2. We had 24 attempts and scored 1. I'm raging. It's about making more history. I get it, 30 years not winning the league, and now we have won it. But what? Then we get complacent? Let's go on to win a bit more. Let's be a great team like Man City have been over the last 2 years. They have won the league and everyone's human, so they feel they've got nothing to play for now. But it's like subconsciously they are in holiday mode and they have just come off the boil a little bit. But they should keep going. We have won the league and we haven't really been allowed to celebrate it properly. So why not create a little bit more history to give the fans something to cheer about a little bit more? I mean, it's not like Liverpool players aren't trying, but I mean, you are allowed to make some mistakes after you won the title after like 30 years. And I think that we shouldn't be like too upset about the points record lost. The most important thing is the title, and also the most important thing is to just get ready for next season to win the title again. And Liverpool actually played fantastic football, both against Burnley and Arsenal. We just didn't take our chances. So once we click and take our chances, we will score loads of goals. And Phil Thompson also had a very interesting observation to make. He said, "I have recently said that Van Dijk for me has had the Cantona effect that he had at Manchester United. That professionalism, that will to win, that desire, and they went on to be serial winners. Van Dijk seems to have brought that to a lot of our team. Jordan Henderson ticks a lot of the boxes. He's not maybe got the skills or ability of a lot of other people like Steven Gerrard. He has had to try and bury taking that captaincy from Gerrard, which was like succeeding Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United, but that's how tough it was going to be. People didn't take to him at first because I don't think they could see through what Jordan actually gives, and it's a lot more than just that player out on the pitch. He's a leader which I think all teams, even some of the big 6, are still searching for. I think he's been an absolute great leader. I think he will be up there for the player of the year, and there is so many special players in this side. In defense, you have got Joe Gomez, who has been brilliant, Trent Alexander-Arnold with so many assists, Andy Robertson, who has been wonderful. The goalkeeper, Alisson and Van Dijk have been absolutely so important for this football team, and that just sums it up perfectly by Phil Thompson, of course, one of the few captains who lifted the Champions League trophy at Liverpool. And that wraps up today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.